Family T speaks here. Listen, I still a lot going on. Still speaking to a lot of people. One of the things that I think that we should absolutely do as a people, the one reason I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are being killed in the streets, overlooked, like literally just straight slaughtered, is because everyone knows, every other race, the police, and everyone else knows that black people are the least unified people probably in the world. I don't know what the reason is for that. People can blame slavery or anything else on that, but what I do know is whenever I'm around people of Spanish origin, they always start talking in their native. They always do what they can to help one another. They always seem to always be there for one another, and you can tell, you can hear it. Every now and then they let something slip as kind of like to let you know or them know we are together, we are unified. And yet, whenever you get black people around one another, you will always, I think that's where the term crabs in a barrel comes from. You will always get someone that thinks they're better than the other ones. I'm not going to help you up. Instead, I'm going to see what I can do to keep you down, to push you down. Here's what I think we should do, families. A couple of the things that we should do in light of what's going on right now, because there is unrest. We do have a pandemic, but we have battles on all fronts. I know T.I. called for a blackout, and Ice Cube, shout out to both of you. Ice Cube decided to not go on Good Morning America because he said there's nothing good about it. Here's what I want to suggest that we do. Stop spending your dollars. I know many of you are unemployed. Many of you are just getting back to work, and that's understandable. Many of you are right now uncertain on if you're going to have a job when you go back, and because of the pandemic, we've experienced some losses, if you will. However, this is why they're telling us to go outside with no mask on, to go. Notice, they said open up the beauty salons, open up the nail places, open up the gyms. I did not hear anybody saying open up the tanning salons, open up the tennis courts. I didn't hear that. I heard open up where certain type of people will go and will spend their money to get it back in circulation. What I'm going to ask is that we as a people to start to unite with one another, not just in light of what's going on, but certainly because of what's going on. And to stop spending your dollars. In order for every great move to happen, when people start to notice, it's when financially things turn. You knew that the world was turning upside down with this pandemic. Why? Because Wall Street started getting hit, because the stock market went down and, if you will, crashed, and they hurried up and got it back up. Right now, even the signs of hope, the stock market right now are going to new heights. Forex is going up, Bitcoin is going up. All of those things are going up. How about if for the entire month of June, we spend as little as possible? I know right now we're opening back up. Several states already open. You have to go to work. I'm not saying don't eat, and I'm not saying don't take care of your family. What I am saying is anything that's non-essential, don't do it. Don't spend it. Don't buy that new iPhone. Don't buy those new pair of kicks. Don't go to that function. Save your money. Listen, you've been in for 3 months anyway. One more month will not hurt us, but it will allow us to be heard in ways that we have never been heard. Because you have to understand something. Whenever we say, oh, we're not going to do this and we're going to be unified, somebody always goes out there and goes, hey, didn't affect me. I'm going to go out there and do it anyway. I'm going to more or less break away from, if you will, what everybody else is trying to establish. But they're going to fail. I'm going to still go do this. I'm going to still go out to take my family. I'm going to still go on that cruise. I'm going to still go eat in that restaurant. I'm going to still go buy those clothes. What I'm asking that we do in order to change and to absolutely be heard, nothing else is working. And I know you guys have rated. There are people who are broken and just vandalized and broke into Target. Do you know how much Target is worth? Do you know how much the stock is trading at? Do you know how much it's going to take to go in there, shut the doors, get workers in there, and replenish that store? Like that. Like that. Now, clearly the message was bigger than Target, but it also included Target, and it included several other buildings and functions and cars to be burned. Those things are replaceable, but when you start to take how much money we as black people put into the economy, how much we actually consume while others benefit, You don't believe me? Look at who owns the nail salon. Look at who owns the Chinese restaurant. Look who owns the places where you get your fruits from. Look who owns the supermarket and the grocery stores. Look who owns Gap. Look who owns Target. Look who owns Walmart. Certainly not us. No, we are the ones working every day that are spending money in those places. I see a lot of people, and shout out to you, those that can do it. A lot of people are sneakerheads. They got something like 50, 70, 100, 200 pair of sneakers. That are ranging from 100 to 400, 500, 600, $800. People are even spending thousands for sneakers, but don't have a stock portfolio worth 25,000. Don't have a CD, don't have a treasury note, don't have a bond in their account, but are working every day and becoming more of a sneakerhead to show that, yep, this is what I spend my money on. You can continue to do that. I'm not saying to stop being you and stop looking all good. Keep your drip. What I am asking for us to do is that for 1 month, the month of June, can we literally work if we have to? Can we literally buy groceries if we have to? And can we go back in the house? If we're going to see one another, can we just go over? If they're going to open up back up your state, can we go and maybe have a barbecue? Don't buy any swimming wear for your kids to go swimming in. Don't buy any toys from the toy store. I know we're opening back up and we've been cooped up for 3 months, but 1 more month right now for another reason, because we stayed 3 months in for a reason, admittingly so. Pandemic, the virus, and it's not gone, by the way. But we're still being murdered, by the way. We were murdered before the virus, and we're murdered after the virus. What's going to change? You. If you change your mindset, if enough of us get together and decide we're going to do things different, we will bring about a difference, a change, because the definition of insanity by definition is doing the same thing, expecting different results. People are going to live their lives and act like, you know what, I don't care. But sooner or later, your dollars being taken out of the economy, your dollars being kept and not spent and not turned over, it will start to make a difference. Because guess what? If you look at the data and see how much we absolutely consume as opposed to how much we keep, we do make a difference when it comes to spending money, because we know how to spend money. We know how to look the part. We know how to look rich, but be dead broke. We know how to look all expensive, but have nothing to show for it, except stuff that you can see, no substance. We know how to look like we're together, because we'll go to a function and everybody has on the nice suits and the nice timepieces. And yet, we go home to an apartment. We go home to our townhouse or a nice small house instead of a mansion. Why? Because we don't take our money and do it the right way, the way that is done for those that are prospering, which is to invest. We don't do things like that. We don't hold on to it. We get paychecks and we spend one paycheck to the next paycheck until it's gone. And then we keep running for the next paycheck. For 1 month, the month of June, let's see if we can make this go viral. Let's see if we can change the outcome of things by not spending our dollars. Don't go to Target. Don't go to Walmart. Don't go anywhere that you don't have to go. If you want a new scale, don't buy one. If you want a membership, if you want to upgrade your phone, don't get it. If you want a piece of jewelry because it's your anniversary, make a paper ring for the month of June. And not saying in July, do double up. No, what I'm saying is just don't do it. Let it be held. If we become unified, we will have to be heard. Because right now, if I were of a different race, you know what I would say? Let them make noise. Let them make noise. In a week, it'll die down until we do something else again. And yeah, we've got to put the Negroes down again. We've got to act like we care. We've got to pacify them, throw them a bone, give them an arrest. But you know, the rest of y'all do what you've been doing. Yes, arrest him, but what we're really going to do is relocate him. We're going to write him a letter of recommendation, let him move to another state so he and his family can be safe. And we're going to get him another government job. That's the way it goes. That's absolutely the way it goes. Look at the mass murderers, the murderers that have been caught. They are let out in jackets and armor, bulletproof vests, versus people who are doing nothing are killed. Let's change the way we do things to change the outcome. I'm T Speaks.